I'm interested. I'm straight up interested.
Maybe next study session we just read.
It is a draw. Okay, but we got the kill on Will. Hello, good game. What's up, everybody? How are you doing today? Right? You having a magical day yet or what? No? Well, get ready because it's all gonna change. Today, Jund Phoenixes. This is a pretty cool deck. We've got Phoenix Tribal with a heck lot of removal and mill to go alongside it, which is cool. This is what I would call a learn deck as well. Really focusing on it as the main mechanic within the build, which is fun as well. Something that we've not really seen a lot, and it's a cool deck. It actually works sometimes, which is nice. So we'll break down the deck, show you guys the card list, talk about strategies, synergies, dive into the gameplay footage, play lines and interactions, blah, 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 final thoughts, stuff like this. Massive shout out to Unshaven Leg. They won themselves a Scalding Tarns complete with Invisibility Cloak, right? Very cool stuff. That's mint condition, signed by yours truly. And next up, for my next magic trick, I'm gonna give someone a playset, a rare playset for the current standard set once I hit 35,000 subs. So subscribe today because we are barreling towards it, picking up pace with that snowball algorithm every day. So again, thank you all so much for supporting the channel. The like button's just down there. Tap the heck out of that, and let's break down the deck. Ayo! So, 60 cards, best of 1, Jund Phoenixes, 2.7 average, with 12 non-creatures and 24 creatures. The majority of cards here are black, but we do have, the next up with the red or mountains, and then finally the forest or green sources. It's a difficult deck to play at times because of the land, seeing that there is no triumphs. But what we do have is the pathways, and now this can really make up for it. We do have 24 lands, so it should be very friendly because we're able to, grab lands at will from our graveyard with Witherbloom Command, and I guess that's a good place to start. For 2 mana, sorcery speed, choose 2. Target player mills 3 cards, then return a land card from your graveyard to your hand. Destroy target non-land creature, non-land permanent, non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. I never choose this one, so I guess you could destroy a tome, you could destroy, a glass casket, something like this could get in the way of your playstyle. However, what I really like to go for is target creature gets -3, -1 until the end of turn. Seasoned Hallowblade is a nice one to kill this way. Toski, you can kill this way as well. And even a lot of the, Speaker of the Heavens, for example, or Fervent Champion as well. So that takes care of the aggro decks quite a bit for us. And target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, which can be pretty clutch here as well. But I'm talking about the land to start out the deck, right? And we've got the Fabled Passages. This is great. And we can mill, right? And sometimes you mill land. And the Witherbloom Command will allow us to take a land from our graveyard, and then putting it back into our hand, which is great. So even though there's only 24 land, it is very friendly with the command to make sure that you're pulling the passage back, and that should, grab you whatever land you need. In theory, of course, Arena is sometimes a fickle mistress and will not allow us to have any fun. Getting out from there, this is a Phoenix Tribal. I don't want to hear about Witherbloom Command. Let's talk about these Phoenixes. Retriever Phoenix. For 4 mana, a 2/2 with flying and haste. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, learn. This is great. This will allow us to access our sideboard. It will also allow us to replay other Phoenixes from the graveyard. As long as Retriever Phoenix is in your graveyard, if you would learn, you may instead return Retriever Phoenix to the battlefield. This is great. Unfortunately, we cannot return multiple Phoenixes with a single learn. That would be OPAF. This is still quite impressive. For example, I have 1 Phoenix in hand. I'm milling myself through much of the mill that we can discuss here through Mire Triton, Tymaret Calls the Dead, the Witherbloom Command we already talked about. And then, we play a Phoenix and we bring another Phoenix back from the graveyard. So we're getting 2 2/2s with flying and haste for 4 mana potentially. I really like that. It's quite interesting. Maya might shut my computer off now. She always climbs and presses the power button. So Get ready for it. Similarly to the Phoenix, we've got the Gnarled Professor. Another 4/4, a 5/4 with Trample. When it enters the battlefield, learn, right? That ETB learn effect is really, really cool. So, you know, Phoenixes are in the grave, Professor comes out, Phoenix back from the grave. You know, that's kind of the whole thought process here within the deck, is to re-pull the Phoenix from the grave. And it's not just that Phoenix, we also have Phoenix of Ash, a 2/2 with flying and haste. You can pump it for +2/+0 for 3 mana, and you can also replay it from your grave for 4 mana, exiling 3 cards along that journey, and it will escape with a +1/+1 counter on it, which is neat. So, you know, there's the replayability of each Phoenix through different forms of recursion, right? One has the ability with Learn, and the other has the escape ability. Okay, so it's not just the Phoenix and Professor that have Learn. We should mention that we also have the Eyetwitch, a 1/1 with flying. When it dies, Learn, right? So we can use this as a defender, and we can, you know, chump block with it, as the kids say, and then pull out a Phoenix, or again, we've got the whole sideboard we'll break down here in a second as well for those utility spells. We also have 4 copies of Igneous Inspiration for 3 mana at sorcery speed, dealing 3 damage to any target, which is very good, and we get to Learn here as well. So again, pulling the Phoenixes from the grave if they're there, or we're into the sideboard to grab, you know, just extra goodies. 3 damage to any target, can take out, you know, any of your opponent's baddies that you want before turn 3 normally, except a Lovestruck Beast. Or you could, you know, be using your Phoenixes, which all have flying. Your Eyetwitch has flying. You're dealing plenty of damage this way, and it could be the reach damage that you need, right? So, you know, you're attacking with your Phoenixes, dealing damage in the air, and they are like, well, I got to respond to these Phoenixes. Let me kill a few of them. And then, boom, next turn, your main phase upkeep. You do 3 damage right to their HPs again. And then, you know, another Phoenix comes right into play. Which again, you know, don't think of it as 3 damage to any target or target player plus a Learn. Think of it as 5 damage, right? Because you do get that 2/2 Phoenix back into play, which is nice. We've got the mill to put the Phoenixes in the grave in the first place. Mire Triton, a 2/1 with Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, mill 2 cards and gain 2 life. That's quite nice. We also have Tymaret Calls the Dead for the first, you know, when it enters play and that you're following upkeep, mill 3 cards, then you may exile a creature or enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. And then finally, on that third draw step, I should say, it's not an upkeep, it's your draw step that it triggers. You gain X life and scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. You know, we don't have a lot of zombies in the deck. The Mire Triton, of course, is, so that can help that process. But, you know, any scry, any life gain is going to help us out against whatever deck we're playing against, specifically aggro. We do have a little bit more mill here within Throne of Death for 1 mana when it, at the beginning of your upkeep, mill card. So, you know, it's not impressive, but it is nice. And then we can pay 3 to exile a creature from your graveyard to draw a card. Most of the creatures we don't want to exile. We do have the Eyetwitch, in which we can exile, and we do have the Mire Triton, in which we can exile. That's 8 targets. It should be enough to limp you through the game, because how many times are you really going to be activating that? And then, of course, we have Egon, a 6/6 with Death Touch, and at the beginning of your upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard if you can't sacrifice Egon and draw a card. Again, we're exiling, you know, the enchantments, the sorceries, the instances, the lands before we do the creatures. Whew. We have 2 copies of Skyclave Shade. This is here for filler, a 3/1. It cannot block. If it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. It does have landfall, and whenever a land enters the battlefield, if it was in your grave, you've got the chance to replay it from your grave this turn, which is really nice. So, you know, we're milling, and we can just replay this from the grave. So that's good, and that's the deck, right? We've got the pathways like I talked about. If we jump into the sideboard, Necrotic Fumes for 3, exile a creature or planeswalker, you have to sacrifice one of your own as well, but ours have recursion, so not too bad. Introduction to Prophecy, scry 2, then draw a card. Containment Breach, destroy target artifact or enchantment. If its mana value is 2 or less, create a pest, and we all know what they do. We've got the Basic Conjuration, looking at the top 6, grabbing a creature to our hand and gaining 3 life. Illuminate History, discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards, and if you have 7 or more in your graveyard, create a 3/2 Spirit. And the Mascot Exhibition, create a 2/1, a 3/2, and a 4/4 token, one of which has flying. You know, the little guy's got flying, which is cool. And, you know, with that, this is Jund Phoenix, you guys. I really like the deck. It's just a lot of fun to play. I think we could continue to work with the land base a little bit more. A lot of it does revolve around having the Witherbloom Command and the Fabled Passage so you can engineer which lands you pull yourself, but it's not always a possibility. So just know that when you are looking at those hands, and of course we'll break down the gameplay footage and you'll learn more about what I mean here, explaining it. Again, thank you so much for your time and attention. Check out the Linktree link to get in on our contests and giveaways. You know, the Discord's there. You can support the channel by buying 6 swag through our affiliate links. Grey Viking Games is selling the new sleeves in the game as well. You can get those at a discounted price instead of buying the $300 cards. So yeah, get after it, right? Thanks again, enjoy, and we'll see you soon on the other side. All right, Ape X, I love it. Cool name. We've got our Forest. Pathway's OP. Witherbloom should help us find something groovy as well. Yeah, we're going to keep it. I like it. It's slow. We did have the turn 2 Witherbloom. We will need another red source, though. That's starting to add up. These phoenixes are supposed to be milled. Okay, we're off to a better start now. We do a little mill. Oh, we got Phoenix in the grave. Heck yeah. Land in the hand. Gain 2 life, deal 2 damage. Easy. Is it really a long-lost Gruul deck? Didn't think they made these anymore. I did not think they made those anymore. What I really need is that second green source again, I guess. I'm struggling for it. I even have the, oh no, wait, where'd they go? Oh, this is not the... My laptop version didn't save. Oh my gosh. I've got temples in here. I got the Gruul temples. No! That's why it's not connecting. This is the old version. I guess let's grab a removal. Or another Phoenix because I misclicked. It still works. It still works! I wanted removal on Grumgully, though. And like, this Faceless Haven's annoying. Let's play defensively. Even though we're not a defensive deck. I'll fix the land after this match. It's no worries. It's another day. Hey, at least we got Danny T-Law's audio out of the videos, right? What's going on, Mr. Ape? Did you X out? They're just thinking, like, wow, how can I spend this 5 mana? That's so much. Alright, we got a Stomp. Do they have a Mountain in hand? They tapped their Haven, so that's good news. We can block the Celebrant, I guess. Can we? Yeah. Huh, okay, that's a clean hit. It's a clean hit. No penalty there. These frickin' Phoenixes will not leave me alone. But it's pretty cool when you like can cycle them like this, right? Like this one's gonna pull that other one that just died. Hashtag recursion value. Maybe we just reign in terror. Like this is the transfer of power we've been waiting for. We have another Phoenix. Where is the forest? Like that's the theme of today's video. Just mountains and swamps. There's like one tree. It's a mirage. Just kidding. Whoa! Veracity of the Wilds. Attacking non-humans. Get smacked down. We're getting hit for 8 here. That's a revelation. I guess we should have kept a Phoenix back to defend with it as well. And they have Haven next turn too. My gosh. Forests are illegal. Hashtag Phoenix Tribal. Should we just play defensively? We got 2, 4, 6, 10, 11 damage. Yeah! I love one being one shy. Now that's funny, man. Well, let's do it like that. Because we should be able to learn for free and then have mana to replay the Phoenix via escape. I don't know. I don't know. It'll be good. It'll be great. It'll be the best thing since sliced jam. X gonna give it to you. That's what's going through my mind right now. Land. Yeah. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Tap the forest for the giant, brah. Oh, Gallia's got haste, though. And the other thing's a satyr. They're both satyrs, aren't they? No, that's a goblin. This is a satyr, though. Nice. That's so sick. That's so sick. Oh, but this is also a human. But we don't have enough life. Right? So it's like this has to go here, and then these don't, like, literally don't matter. We may as well double block Gallia, right? And then when this dies, we don't. Well, that's creature. Or planeswalker, so we wouldn't take that damage. But we're still taking, like, 8. Yeah. Yeah. Good game. Should have played more defensively. This is just certain things that I did not expect here. Like, that Gallia. Where did that come from, right? That's so good. That is so good. We're so close, but we were too greedy. We were too greedy. And, you know, still a force problem I need to solve. So this hand just, we know it just doesn't work. This does. Keep 6 and we'll toss the forest, I guess. Eyetwitch Triton Command. Then we pull Phoenix. Mono white. I take my hit here. The Death Touch can defend. I don't want to learn yet. Right? We don't want to learn until there's a Phoenix in the grave. Speaker's annoying. Double Speaker's ultra annoying. We kill one of them. Hopefully they sack their dog and try to protect it. We have a red and green source, so it doesn't matter what we take. I'm going to keep the Twitch to defend. Take the damage, just get them down. Oh, Linden's hot. So we get the dog to sacrifice here. The learn is at an inappropriate time. But I was trying to defend against a maul if they got it. And I think we just want to fry this thing, right? Which is like, we have to kill our own creature though, which isn't the worst. Let's kill Linden. They see all of our other removal, right? We'll play defensively here. Oh, there it is. That's a high-risk bet, though, because, you know, they're only going up to 23 and we just nuke it. They have first strike, so they can't get the attack through first. And then we get the Skyclave out. Which is very nice. It can't block, but it can keep them down from 27. Whoa! 3 speakers. This guy. This guy. So they've got no mana for protection. So we just snag it while we can. Where are all these phoenixes? I don't know. We finally get a win, though. And that's what counts. Sometimes you don't brick. You find your land and you have the removal. Hooray. We did it! Going first. Very interesting. I think we'd probably go double green. Leave the phoenix for now. Probably our best bet. Unless we pull a mountain. Let's play the forest first, because then the choice is out of our hand. Right, we still have the choice whether we go green or red next turn with this one. Almost okay. Okay, we get a green, which means this goes red. By green, I mean forest. You guys know this. I'm an 8, but I only know crayon colors. Stop it. Huh. They're looking for that third land pretty hard. Find it. It's just Kyland. The plot thickens, my friends. Let's just take the booty. Scry 2, draw a card is nice. We don't need to gain life, and I want to keep that mana free. Because I don't necessarily just want to take a creature, right? I might want to take, you know, the Inspiration. Or the Witherbloom Command, or Tymaret Calls the Dead. There's a few of them in there. Let's just hit, right? And then this gets the Phoenix in rotation. We have massive card value in hand. I won't say advantage because they've got a lot going on for them. We have haste. I want to get the one Phoenix out so we can get rid of the second, right? Just so we're not getting held up on the dual mana symbols. Oh, okay. This is good for us. Right, we're going to learn that Phoenix right back to action. Unless we get counterspelled. That's interesting. Interesting. Maybe we should go in with a double play, right? We've got a Mire Triton we can use. All right, we've got Into the Prophecy. We can double down on. Heck, we can even use Basic Conjuration. Because I think there's counterspells there, right? It only makes sense. And this will grab us on land. These are both great cards, but I do need a land. No lands allowed! Alright, Trident, you can counter it if you want. They only have 4 cards left. One of those better be a draw engine for their sake. Right? Behold the Multiverse. It absolutely could be. And the only... Whoa! They let it hit. Phoenix to the grave. They gain 4 life up to 8. Draw a card. Okay, things are looking a bit better for them now after a double draw. 1 land, though, hurts. They have Allrun's Epiphany they can start casting. 2 Allruns. Will turns us into a 0.
It doesn't matter the occasion. There's always a spell.
And they have no counter. Well, they do, because they can counter stuff for 1. I'm interested. I'm straight up interested.
Maybe next study session we just read.
It is a draw. Okay, but we got the kill on Will.
Well, at least I've learned something.
We go wide. They need to wipe us again. We have Phoenixes at some point. 6 mana. Could be all run. Castle's active. Could just be saw it coming. Another Doomy Doom. right? We only have 5 mana. So it's like we're not doing a double cast, so we may as well spend 4. We potentially hit for 5 here. Woof! Down to 3. They gained 4 life already, remember, too. Vanishing on the Ash. Okay. Saw it coming, we hit for 2. Another land would be really cool. All run in the house. What's up? Okay, okay.
For once, Mo isn't dragging me into trouble.
Wow, what if we have haste? Okay, so we can debate him right here. This has got to be lethal. Right? That can be countered, but then we can hit him with our inspiration. Boom! One negate coming up, baby! Click and destroy. Nice. We're coming back, right? We got walked over by an Embercleave, but when it comes down to just plain magic against people, it's working a little bit, right? We had plenty of health there, plenty of cards in hand, and we're applying plenty of pressure. Okay, so this hand is not going to work. 1 land, not ever would I keep that. 3 land, though, interesting. Keep the shade. It's a filler. Or, sorry, throw the shade. I'm always saying the exact opposite of what I mean. Imagine trying to get through life like that, you guys. Honestly, this is me. Day to day. Thank goodness that most of where you get in this world is guided by intention. Right? Because that's the only thing carrying me. Boom. So this is like not a deck I want to play against, bro. I mean, let's start the mill up, right? Let's start the mill. We have Phoenix in hand, which is cool. So if we can mill a Phoenix, which we don't get, right? But we do get 2 non-lands out of the way, which is interesting. And we will force protection or, the indestructible, discard a card on the Hallowblade. Man, that hurts. The flying really forces our hand here. Like, I don't see any way unless we pull an inspiration off the top because they're tapped. That's the only... Well, and then they've got indestructible too. We're just so screwed. We have exile target creature or planeswalker with the fumes. Okay, so we just need a black source off the top, I guess, then. 1 swamp. That's not a swamp. Swamp. Well, I mean... How about mono white? It's a good deck. Season Hallowblade's still just bringing the heat. Wow, that gets a lot harder too. Of course, these phoenixes are meant to be in the grave, not my hand. One of them in my hand, maybe, but... The land in this deck. Why? Why me? What I would do for a Jund Triome. Oh, and a Lurrus. This is as bad as the mono red deck that beat us. This is just as bad as the mono red. Well, we're sure good at learning. Artifact or enchantment? I don't know if that's worth it. We could kill them all. Wow. No land for me. Land's illegal, didn't you hear? I can't help it. I can't help it. Arena? Why are you punishing me? I think good deck, just bad land. I think we can make this a good deck. Like, I think it's so close. You know, maybe we drop the pathways and we just flood it with temples. We could try that another day. Because I really like the interactions here. They seem to be working fairly well. I mean, yeah, okay, so mono white's gonna roll us, mono red's gonna roll us. You know, I get that. Try being a deck builder and existing in that environment. Right? You left, okay, so every deck I can play Shadow's Verdict in. Cool. Right? Now I just need 30 decks this month that all have that. Oh, shoot. We're just having fun, kids. Play what you want. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn all over the place. Yeah, no shortage on learn. That works nicely. I want to be the aggressor. I don't want to be playing defensively all the time, though. But you're forced to. Or else you lose if you don't. I mean, I still lose, but I mean, it takes them an extra turn, I guess. We'll do our best. Hey, did you guys know that I just gave away a Scalding Tarns? If it would ever focus. There it is. Beautiful. Whoa, it comes complete with an invisibility sleeve. Right? Very cool stuff. Just gave that away on the channel, so subscribe. Next up, I'm giving away a play set, you guys. I do not like my opponent. So they can just, like Al said, with Lurrus over and over and over to replay, or even just discard and then play with Lurrus. That works too. Oh! But check this out, you guys. This is what they didn't expect. We're gonna give it to them here. Complete turnaround, right? Who's ready for it? Oh! Double Phoenix! It's still cool, alright? Leave me alone. That was supposed to be a black card for the exile. But it doesn't matter because we lost anyways. Oh my god, that hurt. Let's break down the deck. Alright. So, what I need to do as a creator, as a deck builder, I need to learn how to make these decks that I'm having a ton of fun with, right? Both of these last two decks, you know, fun factors through the roof for me. You know, just trying to be as original or as organic as we can be while remaining competitive. But how can we stick to these ideas and really crank up that competitive nature? Or is it just not possible? Is it like, well, you know, to engineer every deck to beat mono red, mono white, and Sultai Ultimatum and Rogues it's a very hard spread to cover all of your bases with, I think. So you know, maybe I'm asking too much of myself, but I would love if all my decks were heaters. Probably asking too much. As far as heater, probably not here. I don't know if I'd be dropping all my rares into the Retriever Phoenix, but if you have them, it's a cool deck to try out, right? If you've got the Gnarled Professor, it's really cool to try out. I would like to see more learn in the future. I'll be honest. That could be something that we get behind full time. Maybe like the MDFCs, how we're seeing those return. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and how would you improve the deck, right? How do we take this from a tier 3 to a tier 2? That's what I want to know. And then maybe we'll have a better chance at beating some of those tier 1 decks more consistently. Again, thank you guys so much for your time and attention. Appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll see you soon in the next video.